Brewman, New Zealand, in before lock. Not sure what that means, sorry. Oh, thread lock, I guess. JMR 1969X, when will, that could be an Intel CPU name. When will you see your fan data 120/140, your data on actual static pressure? Just got that one earlier. No date. It's in my head every day though. VC Jester, since hell has officially frozen over, are you going to cornrow that mane of hair for us? No, we need to, maybe once Intel fixes the names we'll talk. ERR404 Oztech, hi, thanks for the content. 1090XE versus 3950X is garbage. I do disagree. So we haven't tested that yet, and we haven't tested the 3950X, so we can't state that realistically. Secondly, that 18 core does have a lot of value in more than just cores. So, you know, I've given Intel a good knock in this stream, but I've also tried to praise where they've done well. And the 18 core part, the 9980XE, the 7980XE, were objectively good parts. The pricing, as Threadripper kind of evolved, became the core value. That pricing though, 50% lower than where Intel was, I don't agree with you that that's garbage. I strongly disagree with that statement. I think that 18 core part has a lot of promise in it at the price compared to where Intel was. How Threadripper matches up to that will be a completely different story. We'll have to see in testing. Ben Grogan, the Eston card, are you sure it's a cat, not a small dog? Yes, I realized that as well. So they say the reason I ask is Japanese dog bark onomatopoeia is wan wan. Is China similar? According to the comments, it is actually. So I should have asked our Chinese teacher actually about that. So it may be a small dog, I don't know. But they also talk about the meow meow cooling solution on it. So I think they're kind of playing at both angles. Can't, you know, they want to get both the dog people and the cat people buying it. Shane Mitchell, they probably left it intensely ambiguous. Shane Mitchell, I've got, let's see, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 left, or 9 maybe. Sorry to railroad the topic, but I want to know if 3900X would get boost in performance from a phase change cooler. Get a boost in performance. The 3900X will get a boost in performance from running stock from any cooling solution that's good. All the way down to minus 80 degrees in our testing. Tom's, I saw they did something like -1, might have been full pop, minus 180 maybe. So the answer is yes, better cooler, better performance from that series. Maria Eugenia Pintado, ARS 100, thanks for the stream. Go out, eat something, and get some rest. Yes, I agree. Need water as well. Rob, $5. Any predictions on when we can expect Ice Lake desktop CPUs? No, no predictions at all. I have no idea. Sorry. PR Captain Planet NT300. Thank you. Is that, I don't know if YouTube abbreviates New Taiwan dollar to NT. Joe's Tots. Okay, yeah. You're the guy who gave Joe this crap over the tater tots. I will pass along the message that you're still going on about this though, and I'm sure he'll appreciate it. Ian Thompson, on the last few. Ben pins on my 3900X today. Ouch. Tried to fix, but now my PC power cycles when I do Cinebench. Am I screwed? Can you recommend a repair service? If they're not, so you get like one shot with PGA, with AMD sockets, CPUs, you get one shot at fixing them. After you bend it twice, it'll snap. So, two things you can do. First, be really careful. I don't know anything about repair shops in your area, but I hesitate to trust the average repair shop. I think you could probably do better yourself with some patience and good tools. So tools for the job, a fish hook is really good for this. A razor blade, like the thinnest razor blade you can find, just a box cutter razor blade. You can use that to kind of slot in between the pins. Don't scratch the substrate, but slot it between the pins and just wiggle it back and forth and try to slowly wiggle, like push the pin straight again without actually pulling on it with tweezers, because you're a lot more likely to snap it. So razor blade's really good at that. And then you can use a really fine pair of tweezers, not like the kind the Verge uses, but like actual tweezers. And you know, magnifying glass, ideally. You get a helping hand or something, and just be really patient with it. So yeah, try to unbend the pins. If you've actually broken one off, one of the things I've done in the past that worked was I took the pin, I put it in the socket. You know, you figure out where it is in the grid and put it in the correct hole on the socket, and you put the CPU in, and as long as it makes contact with the pad, it'll still work as if the pin never really broke off. So that's another option for you too. Not the best. because you're basically relegating that motherboard to only that CPU, but it would work just fine. So no, I don't think you're screwed, but you have to be patient with it. Last couple, ERR404 Oztec. How is a 10980XE competitive at that price, 3950X? Saying 3950X doesn't change anything. Just saying it over and over doesn't change. It's not necessarily supposed to be competitive with the 3950X. The AMD crowd does the same thing, where AMD crowd will say, but processor X has Y more cores. Well, processor X has Y more cores in this scenario. You can't have it both ways. The 10980XE, I don't know if it will be good value. I haven't tested it. But this is the same person who called it garbage earlier, and I think that's unfair because it should be objectively a good processor in the objective sense. In the value sense, we'll see, but it's not that far off. It's a lot different from the $2,000 ones. And you can't take an AMD 3950X, I know this for a fact, even without having one. You're not gonna take one of those and set like extreme overclocking times by record. You'll do that with the processors on this board. So there's still places for it, even if you think that's a small market, it does extrapolate. Fan24DRR, Core iX 10987 Ti, no. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, last ones. The Shadow Wizard, $2, short name and call them 10, 1020, 1040, 1080. That's probably a good idea, especially because the 10 series of GPUs is dead. Robbie O, Ryzen 9 3900X and 2070S or 3700X and 2070S for a single PC VR 3D sculpting while streaming setup. X570 Meg Ace motherboard. I think you're fine on the motherboard. I have not done VR testing since the 1000 series Ryzen parts, but I do remember that they didn't really have any issues with it. Like the 1700 I think did fine. It was more GPU bound than anything. I'm not sure how VR sculpting behaves. I know that streaming is core intensive. I don't think VR is that core intensive as much as it is GPU still, because you're dealing with such resolution. So my practical side says 3700X should be sufficient. My let's play it safe side says 3900X because the streaming will benefit from the cores. So I don't know, that's my wishy-washy answer for you because I haven't tested it. And then the last few, Storm, no question, thanks for what you do. Thank you, Storm, I appreciate that. Halo Boy 456, editor has 16 lane 4790K expanding to 6K.
Great driving.
10900X. I'll do my best to interpret this. The 10 core part should be pretty, it's tough. Like that's a scenario where if you're using Premiere, the 3900X was finally beating out the 9900K in some of our tests, and that wasn't something we expected. So in that scenario, I don't know, man. The 3900X might be the choice if you're using Premiere. It really might be. I have to test it, but I also don't work with more than 4K for our benchmarks. So last one, David H2K. New PC for video rendering as a self-employed videographer, dedicated GPU. Yes, no, and what is the question? 3700 versus 3950, benefit of multi-core for video rendering. So there's a benefit. I would recommend that you check out whatever our most recent CPU, probably 3800X maybe, the review. Not for the 3800X, but just for purposes of getting the updated charts. Look at our Premiere benchmarks, and it does in fact scale. So the 3900X sees scaling over 3600, over 3700. The 9900, I'm mixing up all the names and numbers. The 9900K sees scaling over 9700K, 9600K. So there is scaling in at least Adobe Premiere. I would assume it extrapolates to Resolve. I'm not sure, but Resolve's pretty good with resource allocation. So my guess is yes, but maybe I'm sure some people have tested it. Maybe TechGauge.com's probably tested it. So I don't think you need to go all the way to a 3950. You say self-employed videographer. If you are trying to or are currently making a living off of editing videos, it's a lot easier to argue for spending more money to finish stuff faster. The question I would have for you, this is how I would look at it in your situation. I look at it as, do I have enough work coming in where I feel like I'm not getting stuff done fast enough because of the computer, as opposed to other problems. If you have a manpower issue, you just can't get all of it done. A CPU might solve parts of that, but not the greater issue. If you have a, if you don't have constant work where every day you're kind of like, you're trying to figure out how you can render this thing, but also get the next client's work done. If you don't have that problem, I wouldn't stress too much about it. But if you think you're gonna have that problem soon, then the 3900X would be a part I'm completely fine with recommending for Premiere. It does really well, extremely competitive with the 900K as well, which we didn't expect, but it was. And the 3950X will probably jump over that, but it is a $250 price jump, and I haven't tested it yet, so you'll have to check back for that answer. Okay, that's it. Thank you for watching. I think I've gotten all the super chats I wanted to get. I'm gonna check the normal chat for a moment, and I'll give a quick shout again to Daz. Thank you for that. That donation's still at the top of the screen. And then we had store orders. I'm gonna turn that code off. I'm not gonna shout out their orders today, but I'm going to turn that code off. I guess I'll just end it like tomorrow or something, so about midnight tonight, which is in roughly 3 hours. So if you want to get 10% off, store.gamersnexus.net to help us out today, you can go to that site and type in Steve Wants to Die and check out 10% off. And Sam's saying thank you for the stream. Thank you, Sam, for watching and helping moderate. And let's see, anything else in here? I'm looking at normal chat. Thanks again for the info. Oh, I'm One Crazy Cow. Good to see you. Thanks again for the info about the new anniversary shirt. Could not find the order. Scrolling up. So I told them, no worries, but I wanted to say thanks for all your help. Yeah, no problem. I think they probably sorted it out for you. If they didn't, I told you before, just let the support guy know that I sent you and said to make sure you get your shirt. I think it was an issue in the previous stream where you like your order had been accidentally canceled or something. We'll take care of it for you if we haven't, just email us. But it sounds like it's been taken care of. So thank you for updating me. Okay. Not much left in the stream. I think we've hit all the questions here. Any news on the Liquid Devil? I don't know. And I also don't have news on the XT Power Color cards. They're supposed to send them to me, but they haven't yet. And so I haven't reviewed them yet. And I keep trying to buy them, but they're not in stock. So this isn't an issue of me waiting for a free part. It's like I can't get it. But yeah, I'll do that as soon as I can. Okay. Thanks for watching a very, very long version of a news video. It's supposed to be shorter, but that works too. And I think we can probably close it out here. Patrick, anything you want to add on the products? Paul's stream is up now. Okay, yeah, well, there you go. Check him out at the end of this one. Okay, thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you all later. Should be live. Okay, we should be live now. We're starting a few minutes early, so let me know if you can see stuff okay and if the audio is good.
No mistakes now.
I'm gonna tweet this stream link out. We are live. So today we're cleaning and building the system that a viewer sent in with the fan mail a while back. Patrick, if you want to walk through some of the basics, I'll get the tweet sent out and stuff.
So, yeah, we do have a PO box, and about a year ago we had people send in a bunch of old hardware that we were and are going to use to decorate the office. And some people, even though we asked for broken hardware, sent in some pretty nice fully functional hardware.
Yes.
And this was one of those items. A viewer named Carrie sent this in without a note, but we're pretty sure it's fully functional. This is a Striker 2 Extreme Asus ROG board from 2008, I think.
I think that's right.
It's got a QX6850 Core 2 Extreme in it. That's from 07. And then various water cooling fittings. This board comes stock with water cooling fittings over the 790i, NVIDIA 790i chipset.
Yeah, should be, and I'll move this too. So I guess in moving this so we can see the system, quick shout out to the sponsor for the stream, the X570 Aorus motherboard. So the X570 Master by Gigabyte is what we used for our standardized testing when Ryzen launched for the 3000 series, and I've got a link to it in the description if you want to pick that up. But It's a high-end X570 board for Ryzen 3000 series.
Great
We
driving.
put it on
You
their L2
nailed
and
it.
everything.
That was
It has no
absolutely
issues at all.
dominant from start to
all right.
finish.
Now that we can see the system better, yeah, you're saying 6850. There is a water block on the chipset, which is kind of fun. This is not distant from the era where Kingpin was doing extreme overclocking, where he had like the chipset LN2 pot that he made.
Yeah.
So let's bring the shutter to 1/180 to help it out a bit.
We have a 790i FTW as well that a viewer sent in. Kingpin broke the
World record with that, I think.
3D Mark 06 world record on that one. But yeah, so we have some Crucial Ballistics, 1333 megahertz RAM. We have a sound card that shipped with the board and a dedicated PCIe slot that is colored differently because you're supposed to use it with the sound card.
Yes. Is this what was this? Is this a...
It's just an LED, I think.
Oh, it's an LED?
Yeah, I'm pretty
That's
sure.
very advanced for the era.
Well, this...
You didn't find those just anywhere.
There's also an LED, I believe, in the I/O panel, which...
This is the kind of thing that, like, someone from, like, Asus or MSI or something is going to see this stream and they're going to be like...
People want this.
An
They
I/O.
want this bag.
Yeah, an LED in the I/O shield. That's a brilliant idea. It's going to cycle. It'll be back, for sure.
So... yeah, I made sure not to throw that away, even though we usually do that.
Yeah.
We also have an EK CPU block. Nothing really different about that one other than the amount of gunk that's built up inside of it. That's part of why we're doing this, is we're going to clean out all of these,
It's the first race of the championship.
clean out everything really, but especially clean out the liquid cooling loop part of it, because there's a lot of sediment in here. That includes these two 560 Ti's.
Yeah, the water blocks on these are really impressive, honestly. When we got them in the initial mail opening stream, we commented on it too, but really heavy, like serious copper.
Yeah.
Great start, mate. Nice one.
Modern heat block or water blocks are the same way in the heat killer family. And we've got this is a 2080 Ti one, right?
Yeah, this is one we're actually using on the card.
Yeah, so that's an example of what they look like modern day, when they're really not that different. And these are like the other thing too. The obvious thing is these are 560. I like how we have floss on the table and we haven't given context yet. These are 560 Ti's, which are kind of a bit odd to water cool to begin with. But I mean, you could bring it down to one slot if you wanted, which is potentially beneficial. But it's not like it was a 580 or some high-end card. So that said, also it says 560, but it is a Ti, right?
Yeah. And that's the EVGA PCB, and this is NVIDIA PCB.
Okay,
but I think
so
they're
it was
both
a reference.
I think they're both from reference models.
Yeah. Reference board.
And this bridge also came with it. We might use that, maybe not. So yeah, that was everything in the box. Like I said, no note or any explanation for any of that.
Yeah. Yeah, cool stuff though.
You're up to first place. Great job. Keep pushing.
Yeah, I guess we're gonna at least clean this today and maybe try to assemble it depending on how things go. And then a couple notes for this one. As usual, any of the super chats during the stream, we'll read those. So we'll probably be on about a 30-minute delay for this one, and then we'll read all the super chats. And also during the stream today, this code expires at 11:59 p.m. Eastern, but there's a 10% discount code for the GM store. If you want to go to store.gamersnexus.net, you can pick up things like the toolkits or the shirts, mod mats, stuff like that, and the mod mat on the table that we're working on, for example. And there's everything's
You're
up
leading
10%
by
off
3
with the code
seconds.
GM
Protect that gap.
during the stream at checkout. All right, I like the look of that sound card, someone says. So,
We will use the sound card.
Yeah.
There's no, well, there is onboard audio, but it's optical and whatever that is. There's no like normal 3.5 millimeter
Right.
onboard audio.
Yes, so store orders also. I'll try and check those out during the stream.
Just one more
Let's,
lap now, one more to go.
I guess let's
Victory's
get
in
started
sight.
with, we've walked through most of the parts. We have toothbrushes for cleaning. Jay is very big on recommending Crest 3D White. Unfortunately, the only thing I had in the free bag of toothbrush and toothpaste from the dentist was this Colgate stuff. So we'll see if Jay's recommendation is significantly better. I have a suspicion that most toothpaste is the same, but and then I guess we can use the floss that it came with maybe for like...
Yeah, you can straighten out these aluminum fins. Or just bend them more.
Yeah, there you go. Let's floss the... This is... Everyone should do this. You should actually... You're supposed to floss your heat sinks pretty regularly. Most people don't. At least once a month, you should be flossing your heat sinks.
The
Super chat came in. Gabriel Gray, $20. Enjoy your weekend. After the YouTube cut, this should get you like half a beer, they said. It's probably accurate. It is definitely substantial. All right. You want the light overhead?
That's a
the
great
color
start to the
scheme's a little weird on
championship.
this
4
board.
points, maximum score, well
Got
done.
like a brown PCB with blue and white PCIe slots, and then bare copper and anodized aluminum that's orange colored to match the copper.
Yes, it is from before RGB era.
So one strange aspect of this board is that they have these back plates on the chipset with on the North Ridge and South Ridge.
Yeah, those are definitely not necessary, but
Yeah.
it is interesting.
They have little fins on them for extra surface area, and then they don't actually contact anything. There's no thermal pad. They're like a millimeter off of any board components.
That's yeah.
It's
Not even making
great.
contact is just sad.
The backplates for these up here do, but there's also there aren't any little fins on them.
What the hell even is this motherboard? Someone says.
It's cool. That's what it is.
So yeah, it's the Asus Striker 2 Extreme, and I'm assuming fairly high end, but I did not look into the specs on it.
Yeah, this CPU that's in it, the Core 2 Extreme was I looked it up on ARC. It was like $1,000 MSRP when it was new.
Oh, was it really?
Yeah.
That CPU was? Okay. Do you know what the core count is?
It's 4.
Okay. 8 threads or?
No, it's just
Okay then.
4 cores, 4 threads. It's like just over 3 gigahertz, I think, maybe 3 gigahertz.
Yeah, I think that is correct. 1999 called. No, it's about 10 years later than that, but
2008 called.
Yeah, 2008. Nori, good to see you. Nori sent in a super chat, $5. Where's episode 2 of Snowflake attacking inanimate objects? Keep up the good work. P.S. Zeta is hosting a community gaming night soon. Cool. So yeah, Zeta in the Patreon Discord and Nori from the Patreon Discord. Wasn't aware of the community gaming night. I guess my invitation got lost in the mail. But Snowflake episode 2 of Attacking Inanimate Objects can be arranged, I guess. I uploaded one of those to the GN Steve side channel if anyone wants to see that. Andreas Sheriff, $5. Where is Joe's toolkit? Poor guy had to settle for regular tools yesterday, and Jay still hates me. And Andreas says, I'll get Joe one. I wanted to bring him up here this weekend, but we were uncertain of how the hurricane would impact travel. His flight probably would have been affected, so we are likely doing next weekend instead. And I'll give him one then, and we'll do some 3900X and 5700 XT overclocking with Alan too. And the last one I'll read for now, Front Seat Racing. 20 Swedish kroner said hello from Sim Racing Sweden. Hello to Sim Racing Sweden. Okay, so
Beetle Adventure Racing.
What?
Beetle Adventure.
Beetle Adventure Racing. Yeah.
Yeah. So I have to confess, I already took this off once, which is why there's no thermal paste here. There's thermal pads up here. We're probably going to leave those alone. They seem fine. We don't really want to replace those, but we'll put new paste on here, clean this out, and then you probably won't be able to see it until we get it disassembled, but there is definitely some gunk inside the water-cooled part.
Yes, I have actually not seen it yet, but
yeah, we haven't
it sounded
opened
bad. Can this motherboard run Crysis?
Probably.
It was the right era. It's definitely the right era. I don't know how SLI did in Crysis off the top of my head, but with SLI 560 Ti's, it would have been reasonably powerful. So I guess I'll pull this water block and we'll see how bad this is, if at all. This is potentially now the future of overclocking, someone says.
Let's see if we can, we were talking about setting a world record on this. Turns out nobody has run Cinebench R20 on this particular CPU on hardware bot yet. So
we could set a record.
As long as nobody listening beats us to the punch.
Anyone listening would also have to probably reassemble the system, so I think we're good. Alright, so there's a top side, you can clean all that off. I actually never opened the 560 Ti before, so I wasn't familiar with how the diodes. We'll clean that off in a moment.
Nice start.
Looks like it may have a heat spreader on it. Okay. Can you grab a sheet of shop towel? Alright, so here's our 20 pounds of copper on that board. Someone says, yeah, it's probably accurate. Just kidding my way. Yeah, so there's quite a bit of copper. Synth Psi, $2. Can this motherboard run prices? I guess I got that. The answer is probably yes. Okay, so let's just blast that. Let's probably we can. 560 Ti. Yeah, like I said, I wasn't really working on GPUs in this generation. I'd gotten the 580. That was the first sample video card I ever got. It was super high-end, obviously, at the time, and that was, I actually got that for 3D Vision. Nobody sent 3D Vision over. It's the first review product I ever got from them, but I did not open any of the cards from that gen. So, GF 114400A1, same naming scheme as modern day.
Yeah. I'm not sure we're going to find a bit that will get this screwed out without stripping it, but
I can do it if you want.
yeah, you can try.
Which one?
The one on
This?
yeah.
Bottom right.
If not, we can clean it in place.
Well, it's not. It's supposed to be Phillips sized, and it is no longer. Need a smaller screwdriver, maybe. I have good luck with this one.
The EK block is significantly easier to disassemble. Okay. It's almost like you weren't ever supposed to take it apart.
Yeah. Do we know, is this officially part of the motherboard, this block?
Yeah. They sold it with it. I'm not sure if you necessarily had to use liquid cooling with it.
One more lap to go.
In the
No
manual,
mistakes now.
said that if you use liquid cooling on the CPU, there are fans, like square pitch fans that they sold, or maybe they come from board that would clip onto these heat sinks here.
Okay.
So just blower fans that blow straight down into those heat sinks.
Well, the screws out. Where's your other one? Let's put this with the other one. Now what? Separate?
That was all my edges there.
Had you separated it before or no?
No, I haven't.
Oh.
If it's welded, then
It might not separate it. I don't know.
yeah.
Let's see. Someone says, wow, I think it's safe to say that we've come a long way since the 40 nanometer Fermi architecture. Yes, definitely. Bearded Hardware, aka Joe Stefanzi in chat, says tater tots, which I'm not sure the context of, but it's making me hungry. Alright. I have so many GN toolkits on the table right now.
Oh boy.
This one over here.
That's good.
What?
It's like he can zoom in on that.
Oh yeah, that's definitely not cool anything right now.
You get a good angle.
It's very gunked up. Let's flip into this side too.
Incredible driving. That was absolutely
So that's why we have
fantastic.
the
You've
toothbrushes,
won the
obviously.
championship. Bring it
wonderful.
home, buddy.
Nice, that's a good shot, Keegan. Beautiful. It's the most beautiful thing you've ever filmed. Did it come with a Max Tor drive, hard drive?
I don't know. Like obviously we didn't get this new in box, so I'm kind of surprised we got the sound card with it.
Yes, the sound card is probably actually usable still.
Yeah.
I got an order from Travis in Colorado, who Travis' first order of the stream picked up a two-tone shirt, GN two-tone shirt, and a cobalt blue pint glass that we have on the store. Thank you for picking those up. The cobalt blue glass with the gold rim. It's around here somewhere. It's over in the other set, I guess. Thank you for picking that up, Travis. And like I said, if you place your orders on the store today with code GNShill10, you will, one, waive your right to ever call us a shill, because you will be an official GN shill. Nice. And then two, you'll get 10% off of any order on the store today until the end of the day. All right, so classic PC hardware is the topic today.
How unpleasant do you think that is to listen to through headphones?
Probably not great.
We actually finally bought compressed air.
If you talk while you're doing it, then it won't hurt. Or you could just not and let them suffer.
See how many people are screaming in the comments.
Why is Joe stop talking about food? What's your problem? He's like tater tots, onion rings. I don't know what. Joe, we need to book your flight for next weekend. It shouldn't be. I think you would have had trouble getting here.
Consistency here is key. Keep it on the track and put in 3 solid laps.
With the hurricane.
Mild hurricane.
Mild hurricane for us. Rain for us.
Yeah. I'm going to put these screws back in. I don't think we're going to separate that block, so I won't lose these, and we can, I don't know, maybe pour some rubbing alcohol in there or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we can loosen some of that up.
We could put it in the ultrasonic and definitely not turn it on during the stream. Deafen everybody. We got an ultrasonic cleaner and can't show it today, but same thing we showed with the Kingpin Lab tour, and it's very effective. We used it to clean off the Vaseline off of our X570 Master that we used for our overclocking stream. Also, that's the sponsor for the stream today, if you want to click the link below for them. But yeah, cleaned it out, ran it through the ultrasonic for probably a combined total of maybe almost an hour. Heated it to 55 degrees and just ran distilled water. And we don't know if the board still works, but it is very clean. Haven't tested to see if it works yet. Had a lot of water. Whole lot of water stuck in the pins when I cleaned it out earlier.
Yeah. We might have to do the Torbauer method eventually.
I'm definitely not putting it in the dishwasher. That food goes into their food-bearing objects go into.
If you want to be a real extreme overclocker, you have to have a dedicated motherboard dishwasher.
Can you imagine, like, he Gets home, opens the dishwasher, and puts away a load of motherboards. Just pulls the dishwasher rack out, and it's just like 20 motherboards, all sparkly and clean. Someone says, Giga, a good thing you're not in Alabama. He would have been slammed by that hurricane. I'll leave that one there. Okay, I can pull the top off of this too, I guess, to get the rest of that out. Alright, using tap water. If you're asking about the ultrasonic, no, we're using distilled water for that. Joe recommended against it. And now Joe is using all caps in chat talking about ultrasonic toothbrushes. Yeah, gotta get the tater tots out of his teeth. Alright, so we got a super chat. JW Dickinson. You're the one who, are you not the one who asked for the beanie? I was just thinking about that the other day, how I need to get that started. We're not signing anything during the stream, but we do have the GN Chill 10 discount code for 10% off in this question. And we might sign something with Joe or something like that, I don't know, in the coming weeks. Doctor Who 8605309, $5. Do you like L-I-E-K tater tots? What? Yeah. Say tater tots, they said. Leviathan Prim, $2. Did it come with a Mac Store hard drive? No, we got your question though. Jennifer Roger, $2. For the tater, why is this a thing? For the tater tots. Why has this become the, I mean, if you're all gonna give me money to make a meme out of tater tots, I'm okay with that. Especially because I'm probably gonna spend them on some later today. P.S. Nori is a troll. Mild Man Nerd, $2. Take a cue from Jay and call it Gunkworks. I would not, I think Jay did actually use that term, didn't he? It's probably accurate. Whiskey Omega, $5. Money to keep Patrick's fingers from going green this time. Alex, Norwegian Kroner 22, no message, thank you. Tomorrow, Gene Nordstrom, DKK 22, is that Danish Kroner? Keep up the good work, thank you. And Inderjeet Singh, $5. After seeing that block, will we see GM branded hazmat suits on the site? No present plans, but maybe one day.
Do we still have that funnel for?
Yes, it's in one of the yellow bins.
Okay.
It's outside near the server.
Okay.
So see if we get these off. And
does anybody have loud complaints about pouring isopropyl alcohol into the copper block?
I mean, it'll be fine. It's not gonna hurt it. Is that thing like welded on there or what?
Yeah, either that or cemented on there enough that I don't think I'm gonna lever it off.
Okay. Oh, I missed a screw. So that thing fell in. All right, the heat killer plate is removed, and actually not terrible.
So
there is some stuff in there.
For this one, should I just take the nickel plate off and then leave the block on?
You can definitely do that, unless we want to repaste it.
I don't know that I was questioning.
It's probably been in.
Alright, we can repaste it.
It's probably been in use for years.
Let's do it the lazy way.
Oh, let me get a better shot of that. There you go. So that one's not too bad actually, but it is worth cleaning out. I guess we'll just do this manually, even though we've got an ultrasonic cleaner that should do a good job. I think scrubbing it out of the fins will probably be a bit more effective and more camera friendly.
Yeah, unless everybody wants to hear what the ultrasonic cleaner sounds like. When
ultrasound through like a microphone is terrible. It is really bad. I think I actually had a clip of it in the Kingdom tour. I'm also worried about like muscle memory with the toothbrush and toothpaste. After scrubbing the block, I want to put toothpaste on the brush and then instinctively brush my teeth with it after it's all nasty.
So you just pry it off once you get the.
Pull it off, yeah.
Okay.
It'll come off cleanly. It's 7 or something screws. Yeah, it looks like you got them all.
Okay.
And I'll run this underwater at the sink, I guess, in a bit. That's nice. We do need the Der Bauer dishwasher.
Or one of the beds, but it'll be fine.
Yeah, that's fine. These aren't that bad. What was the CPU block situation? Oh, that was the really nasty
Yeah.
one.
And I think the smaller block is pretty good as well.
Got an order from John in Tennessee. Picked up a GM logo shirt. Thank you. The original, the OG shirt. An order from Zachary in Indiana, looks like. Picked up a GM toolkit. Thank you for grabbing. Oh, a signed one. Thank you very much. And Mod Mat as well. Thank you for the big order. As always, if you or anyone else has any questions about the orders, needs help, anything like that, you can email support@gamersnexus.net. And then Patrick from Ireland picked up a GB Artifacting shirt and also a teardown. Thank you for picking that up. What's chat saying? I gotta check normal chat. If the microphone is actually picking up the ultrasound wavelengths, it should be pretty easy to filter out from the audio. Yes, I mean in a live stream, like really easy. It's bad. It's just like I think it's more of an interference problem. I'm not really sure, to be honest. I don't know that it's a sound issue. This cleaned really well. I don't know if it's a sound issue as much as it is like an interference issue. I'm just going to blast this in the sink. We'll be right back.
Okay. I really want to pour cleaner in that block, but I don't know where the phone is.
Mute my mic. You can entertain them for a second. We gotta turn the water on.
It's probably going to be the same level of dirty as the other block was. But we shall see. Hair flip was sexy.
What? A chat comment?
Yeah. No, that was just me.
Okay, that is actually very clean. Let's clean out the, I guess, there's not really a lot of point to, there's some gunk in there, but not much. So I'll just scrub that a little bit.
The cleaner, or not cleaner, coolant they were using was purple, evidently.
Oh, really? Okay. Well, I was seeing some like dark gray. I guess that maybe from the purple coolant.
Yeah. The EK block is definitely very purple.
I put that on the block instead of on the brush. That way I don't brush my teeth with it. Let's see. When will the GN teardown kit come with thermal paste and a toothbrush? I actually did consider coupling something like that with it, but cost was high enough as is because we would have had to go to an actual toothbrush factory. And if you tell them you want toothbrushes, they're like, okay, cool. Minimum order quantity is 100,000 units because, like, otherwise, why would they bother? I mean, you can get fewer, you can get smaller accounts, but it's so not worth it. So then customer price goes up, and like, not many people clean water blocks. And honestly, like, yeah, I could make a branded toothbrush, but you get them for free from your dentist every 6 months anyway. So what's the point? There's no point.
Could sign those.
Yeah, that's right. We'll sign it. I'll have to do a legal disclaimer about like this is intended for use on copper, not on teeth.
Seems pretty gross.
Is it really? Oh yeah, that's much worse. I wonder if that was the first one to loop.
Maybe.
Like it was catching everything.
Mm-hmm.
This seems to be working really well though. It's like detailing a car, except there's like even less of a point, I guess.
Wow.
I'll let you, or you've got one actually if you wanna. Okay, so you need to clean that out. Let's see. What chats do we have?
Just putting water on.
Yeah, I ran under the sink
Okay.
to clean out the CRC that first I brushed out a bit of the block.
Mm-hmm.
You might want to just blast that with CRC into the sink, like into the drain, and then run water through it. Don't hit it, don't hit it too hard because it'll spray it everywhere, so try to contain it so it doesn't get over the dishes. Alright, what are the... Why? Someone said check your Twitter, yo, and I went there, and we have, what? Oh, yeah.
I just won't do it anymore.
Someone on Twitter tweeted a photo of a bag of tater tots at us. I feel like this is a meme I've missed today, but if it's becoming a thing now, I guess I'm okay with that. Someone says, how long did they not clean this? We don't know. We don't know the full story. I think we don't know any story behind this, right? There was no note.
No.
So this came in for our mail opening stream a while ago. And we've done some work with the parts that you all sent in. So thank you for sending those in. We did some revisits, stuff like that. Now we're getting into some of the cooler complete system stuff. We actually worked with an SGI system that GM from SGI Depot sent in.
Mm-hmm.
That's a site, right? SGI Depot, is that right?
Yes.
SGI
It's
Depot.
like something.uk, but
SGI Depot, let's see. Give them a shout out. SGIDepot.co.uk, yeah.
mm-hmm.
So we worked on his system, did a video on that, and now we're just cleaning out this system someone sent in because it was a pretty nice high-end system. What 5700X T-Series is the best? We're still reviewing them all, but we've reviewed 3 partner models so far, I think, and you can check the Gigabyte one for the most recent on that. Let's see. Sid Lives 199. How about a tater tot GN shirt or stuff?